Well, good morning, guys. So it is somewhere around 7 o'clock in the morning, and we just arrived on location. We're gonna go do some ice fishing, but we got some business to take care of first. I've been tagged. Yeah, so Wayne over at Kajika Life tagged me in this 7 questions to answer, and we're gonna go ahead and do that in a couple minutes. But first, we gotta head out onto the ice and get set up. And throughout the day, I'll answer some questions, maybe even show you a couple of fish. So, stick around. All right, so question number 1, why did I start my YouTube channel? Well, once my son became of age where I could start bringing him out and following around, I just wanted to document it for family and whatnot. We started fishing, I guess, when he was around 3.5, and we caught some cool fish. And I put them up on YouTube to show some family, and it basically kind of grew from there. I started getting some good comments from people. By accident, I left them as public videos instead of unlisted, so anyone could see. And I started getting some comments from people in the community. I'm like, wow, this is kind of cool. Just talking back and forth with some others, and it kind of grew from there. So that's how the channel started. And also, I wanted to start teaching my son some outdoor skills, even at that young age, you know, just simple things like identifying some trees and whatnot, and just having fun. And it kind of grew from there. Question number 2. When did I start my YouTube channel? I believe it was sometime around June or July in 2014. I think I can't remember exactly which one was my first video, but I believe it was either how to make a knife from a file, or it was a couple of fishing videos that I had done, and one where I carved a flute out of a piece of sumac. They were pretty garbage. After having one of my viewers comment on my quality of my videos being terrible, I decided it was time to upgrade my equipment. All right, so question number 3: how did I name my channel? Well, actually, it was this guy who named the channel. When he was a young little guy, we used to take him out into this little wooded area, and we'd just run around, play with sticks, and just have fun. And every time I'd say, hey buddy, you want to go on an adventure? And whatever. And so every time we decided to go out for a little while, he'd say, hey Dad, is it adventure time? So he thought, thinking that we'd be going out fishing or hiking. And that's how it became Adventure Time Outdoors. Logan, he's the one that picked it. So, question number 4. How long do I plan on being on YouTube? Well, I really don't have any plans on stopping anytime soon. I kind of enjoy interacting with a lot of folks out there. I've met a lot of really good, solid people through YouTube. I guess at some point, if it ever comes to a point where people just don't want to watch my stuff anymore, or I get harassed to a point by trolls where I just can't take it anymore, then that would be it. But I've been pretty fortunate with all these things. I've met a lot of good people, and I've unfortunately enough bumped into only a few bad ones. So I don't see any stopping in the near future. I quite enjoy it, and I enjoy interacting with all you guys. Well, question number 5: do I make my own thumbnails? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It really depends on if I feel like I make something that's going to look cool or not. Because if you're trying to make thumbnails or anything like that, and you kind of do it sloppy or half-assed, it just doesn't look great. So sometimes I'll just put a photo up of a photo that I've either screenshot or I've taken a picture of while we were out, and I'll just use that. Sometimes I'll use the ones from YouTube, or sometimes I'll try to make a fancy one. It totally depends on the day. Alright guys, so intros and outros. Number 6. I did fool around with making an intro before, and I found that the duration of people who were watching my videos actually decreased. So now I just get right into it. I say my piece, and if they want to stick around, if there's something they're interested in watching, they watch. And for the most part, I think a lot of people that like my content watch a good portion of the video anyway. So that's all I'm going to stick to. I may in the future see if I can have one done professionally. Something cool if I can get something in my head, but I don't have the skills nor the time to figure out how to do that with a computer. I'm just not a tech guy. And another question is, what kind of camera do I use? And you know what? I'm just going to give you a quick look. Check it out. All right, so this is the camera I use. It's a Canon Vixia HFR 700, and I use a Bauer boom mic. I have added a Vivitar high definition macro wide angle lens on there, just to open up the frame a little bit, and that's my tripod. Just a cheapie that I found online, but it does the job just fine. And this is a great camera. You can add in and out chips. You've got a rotatable screen. You can put in different sizes, and you can play back. It's got a microphone on it, but it sounds much better when you have your mic with you. So originally when I started off my channel, I was using an old terrible camera. It was like called a Jazz something. Anyway, this guy, once I got a comment of a guy asking me, you know, this was a great video, but what did you film it with, a toaster? I figured it was time to upgrade, so I went from that camera onto a GoPro. And then while I was in the woods one day, I had this owl kind of giving me the stink eye, and I couldn't zoom in to get a good picture of him. So all you see is this tiny little owl up there, and you couldn't see any of his real definition of the colors or anything like that, and probably not even well enough to identify it. But that's when I went and got this camera, so I'm able to zoom in and check stuff out, and really get some good photos and good videos of the creatures that I happen to come across. So that's why I switched to this camera. All right, so I got to tag 3 people. So my first tag is going to be Don over at Southpaw Bushcraft. She's got a great channel, great person. I'll put a link in the description here for you. And the second person I'm going to tag is going to be Randall Graham over at Vinland Bushcraft. Check him out. He's a knife maker, got a great channel, does all kinds of stuff. You should check him out. And the third person I am going to tag is Jesse DeLuca. He's right over there, and he's been tagged. So that's it. I'm good. You guys get out and explore. I'll see you in the next one, and maybe we'll catch some more fish today.